One of the import options that we have in Designrr is to import from Facebook. So let's take a look at how do we do that. First thing that you do is you click on the Create a Project so that you can open up the importer. And so from here, we then select Import from Facebook. Okay. When we select Import from Facebook, we have the option, this is a slightly different profile here. We have the option to select the post. This is the step that a lot of people don't understand what happens in this step. So let's make this really, really clear. I'm going to take my personal profile, okay, and I'm going to work my way across this, going from left to right, and I'm going to select the length of time that I want to import from. I'm going to select the number of comments that I want to import from. Okay. If I have posts that have no comments on them and I have one selected, then those posts are not going to show up. They will not be imported. You have to select the number of comments. And if I know what's going to happen there, it makes it a lot easier for me to understand what's happened. There's nothing, what's happening is the system is going to look at the post and determine whether those posts should actually be imported or not. And they're doing this in this case by the number of comments. So make sure that you have selected something here that's going to make sense, okay? I'm going to select, in this case, I'm going to select 5 or more, and I'm going to select those that have 5 or more reactions, all right? And we're just going to see what happens. I could select the advance over here. When I do that, I could also import the comments. Now, sometimes those comments will not show up depending upon the privacy of the individual, okay? And I can also import the albums. So if I'm going to import any albums over that same period of time, now I also have the option of being able to import them in the following order. I can import all posts. I can import those that are above average. I can import those that are the top 1, 5, 10, 50, 100, 500, or top 1,000 posts. All of that has to do with making sure that you understand what it is that you're importing so that you don't make a mistake at this point in the game, okay? So I'm going to deselect a couple of these things here, and now we're going to hit import. Keeping in mind, it's only going to import the data that has 5 or more comments in the last 6 months and that has 5 or more reactions to it. And this is from my personal profile page, okay? So this was a live feed that was done, had 6 reactions, 10 comments, so it met the criteria. All right. This one was a live feed that was done on Wednesday. It has 13 reactions and 11 comments. And each of these have, that gives me the ability to be able to pull that into the platform, okay? So all of those things that have been demonstrated popular by the number of reactions, number of comments, according to the criteria that I had set up here, those are now imported into the platform. At this point, I can do one of two things. I can save this as a draft and use it one way, or I can go directly from here into here because there's not much I'm going to be able to do to this. The editing in the draft mode isn't really going to give me a lot of an advantage. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to simply select Facebook post to PDF because these templates here were designed to be able to work really, really well with the importation from Facebook. So I'm going to select this template. I'm going to go to next. I'm going to give it a project name. I'm going to give it a Facebook demo. And I don't need to put for the URL at this point in time. So that gave me 74 posts that met the criteria that I had selected, and I'll hit next. This is one of those rare times when I'll tell you, you may not want to import this into the draft mode. The rest of the time I'm going to tell you you do. Okay, so this is giving them side by side. Gives me the ability right here to link to each one of those posts. All right, and with the very brief heading that I have at the top, does that. One thing that I do notice is I'm curious to see if this link is going to show up or not. But you can look down through here. There are several posts that were available. All right, and those all met certain criteria. Now, Let's save this and we'll publish it. We'll publish it as a new beta. We'll export that in a 2-column format. We'll see what it's going to look like. And while that's generating the PDF, I want to explain to you that there's 2 things that can happen here. If I leave this on the as a URL and I leave it in the platform, then these links are going to take me out of that and into the post. But if I go back over here, that has been saved. I'm going to do this. Now think about this. There's some really cool things, cool options that you have here. This might look better as a flip book. Okay. And we'll let that generate as a flip book. And here's a flip book capability with that. And that would give me a directory of the images and live feeds that I had saved as we on my Facebook posts. Okay. Might look really good as a flip book. The other thing that I can do is when this is open here, I can download this, and I'm going to download it right here. I'm going to download it to the downloads. Then I'm going to open it up right there. And when I go over here, watch what happens. Now, I'm inside of this, so this is something I need to be aware of. That link is there, but it's not highlighted. Okay, so you might want to highlight that link in this particular template to make sure that people know that that's a live action link. But this will take me directly to Facebook, and I still have that open. Okay, now it's going to play, so I won't shut that off. But I wanted you to see that when you have this downloaded to your desktop, and then you can upload it wherever you want to, but when it's downloaded, it will take you directly to those links. All right? Okay, that's how you do Facebook. That's how you import from Facebook. That's how you import from your business page or fan page, or how you load from your Facebook profile. Okay? And this is the detail that you're going to get. You will see this. Maybe you want to make that link so that it looks like a hyperlink. Just a few things to be aware of as you scroll down through this, and this is going to take me directly to the post. Again, because of privacy things, Facebook's kind of keeping the clamp on being able to import the comments, but it will take you to the post.